In this podcast, I will be talking about a business I have chosen within the hospitality industry. I have chosen McDonald's to talk about, and I will be explaining the overview of the business, type of operation, annual turnover, also the target market. I also talk about two recent trends that affected the business and how the business has adapted to the trends and whether they are macro or micro. McDonald's is classed as one of the best fast food restaurants across the world. It is known in 22,744 international locations, and the USA have a staggering 14,155 restaurants alone. The company was originally founded in 1940 in California by two brothers Richard and Maurice McDonald when they opened their first barbecue restaurant. In 1954, Ray Kroc visited one of the restaurants and was impressed by the fast service that was delivered by having a small menu which consists of burgers, fries and shakes. Kroc offered to work for Mac and Dick for a cut of their profits. In 1955, McDonald's System Inc. was founded, later known as McDonald's Corporation. McDonald's is now the world's largest food chain. In the UK, there are 1,200 restaurants alone and employ 97,000 people, to whom they invest over £40 million on training and development every year. 70% of the restaurants in the UK are owned by local businessmen and women and function as part of the local community. I have done a SWOT analysis to show what strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats McDonald's has. For my strengths, I've picked the big brands. The Golden Arches is one of the most recognisable brands across the globe. The fast food restaurant gives the customers conveniently quick food with low prices. With the brand comes consistency with their food, and all staff are trained on how to keep the McDonald's taste throughout. By being such a success, McDonald's has become one of the largest chains in the world. The weakness for McDonald's is employees. McDonald's has the weakness that they can go through a lot of employees, as a job can be low hours and minimum wage. According to The Economist, the turnover is well over 100%, meaning that within a year, McDonald's generally loses all their workers. Younger employees are more than likely to only stay a short amount of time, as most of them will be students or work part-time to make a bit of money and will leave either when something better comes up or they graduate. Although the length of employees leaving has lessened, the turnover is still high and costs McDonald's around $500 to replace. McDonald's opportunities expansion plans. McDonald's are aiming to expand its market share, announcing that it was going to franchise a further 3,500 restaurants by the end of 2018. They are comfortable with the amount of McDonald's in North America and Europe, but are looking to reach more undeveloped nations. By doing this, they are increasing the global franchise percentage from 81% to 90%. Hopefully this should allow for more stable organisation that is streamlined and lower cost. The threat is healthy customers. Many customers are avoiding fatty food for a kickstart a healthy lifestyle. There's also a lot more focus on child obesity, whilst McDonald's have tried tackling the matter by introducing Happy, a new Happy Meal mascot, and offering ebooks. It hasn't worked as well as they'd hoped to, and the kids' reactions went viral. Pestle analysis is made up of 6 factors: political, economic, sociological, technological, environmental and legal. McDonald's could be linked to all of these. Political. McDonald's is often touched through the fact it may lead to obesity. The government have been trying to crack down on improving health, especially in European countries. McDonald's reduced the amount of salt in their foods by up to 40% after a report by a scientific advisory committee on nutrition showed the link between salt intake and heart diseases. This affected many fast food industries, especially McDonald's. Economical. The economic factor is of great importance, especially as McDonald's operates in over 100 countries. The company is responsible for 0.14% of total employment in the EU, employing around 294,000 people. McDonald's continues to grow and exceeds the EU GDP growth that includes raw material sourcing, job creation and business opportunities. After an estimation, McDonald's was thought to have contributed $9.5 billion to the EU GDP in 2010 for salaries and wages, which then in turn resulted to an indirect impact of $7.6 billion back to the EU. McDonald's sources 97% of its raw materials from Europe and has many long-term commitments to its suppliers, one of them being around 31 years. Sociology. To drive its sales, McDonald's needs to focus on the customers and the health-conscious lifestyle that people are turning to. McDonald's has improved its menu, trying to reach out to the healthier clientele by offering fruits, salads and smoothies. They've also used the tactic of using marketing to their advantage by making their adverts more fun and joyous to take people's minds off what they are actually going to be ordering. Technological. The technology at McDonald's has helped them with reducing the time that is wasted on things such as ordering, paying, estimated food sales and scheduling, also furthering the improvement on management and productivity. McDonald's uses technology to help advertise the restaurant and the deals they have on the time. This could be through television, apps and social media. Environmental. McDonald's have focused on reducing the environmental impact of the business. They have introduced many corporate social responsibility policies to help with this. Legal. McDonald's uses zero-hour contracts for more flexibility with their workers. While it's not illegal, there have been some backlash towards it. Workers have claimed that because of the contract, it has stopped them receiving sick pay and holiday pay. Technological and sociology both fit into the two trends I have picked. This is the revenue of McDonald's Corporation in US dollars worldwide from 2005 to 2016. As you can see from the chart, in 2013, McDonald's hit its peak net sales. However, since a peak of $28.11 billion, it has annually decreased over the last 3 years. Even though the net sales has decreased according to McDonald's annual income statement, the net profit has remained positive. Although McDonald's recorded a decrease in net sales in 2016, the profit of the company is actually increasing with a recorded net income of $4.69 billion compared to the year before at $4.53 billion. This is an increase of 3.5%. In 2016, the largest contribution that was made was $8.25 billion in the US. This was closely followed by Australia, France, and Canada, generating $7.22 billion US. McDonald's has a large target audience, which makes them so sought after when trying to keep everyone happy. Their audience is families who they aim at with takeaway and drive-thrus for a quick snack either while shopping or on the way home. Workers and students who can grab and go. With over 36,000 locations worldwide, McDonald's is one of the most favourite fast food restaurants, but just behind they have KFC, Burger King, and Subway as close competitors. What makes them so fierce is they all deliver a small fast menu that is quick to go. All restaurants have to compete against each other with their cost, customer satisfaction, store locations, and their healthy products. To stay on top, McDonald's use their strengths, weaknesses, and the 4Ps to advantage. Founded in 1930 and specialising in fried chicken and burgers, KFC is the first close competitor to McDonald's. As of 2015, it had close to 20,000 branches in more than 120 countries. In 2013, KFC's revenue stood at $23 billion. Apart from the chicken, KFC also has salads, fillet burgers, and soft drinks. Founded in 1953, Burger King is third in line with a revenue of over $4 billion and assets estimated at $18.4 billion. It can't be argued that Burger King is one of the largest fast food restaurants out there. With over 15,000 locations in 100 countries, Burger King continues to grow and expanding its menu. Subway is close behind with close to 45 locations at over 110 countries as of 2017. With an Eat Fresh slogan, Subway focuses on the freshly baked sandwiches that are prepared in store. Subway is the largest single brand fast food restaurant and focuses on healthy options from the start. Alongside sandwiches, they also offer wraps, donuts, paninis, and gluten-free options. Micro and macro marketing environment. This is broken down into two categories that is known as micro and macro environment, referring to the factors and external forces that can affect the chosen company's development and be able to maintain the transaction and rapport with its target audience. Micro consists of factors close to the company and will have the ability to affect the customers, and macro is the larger forces that could potentially affect the micro environment. McDonald's marketing mix involves varied approaches globally which facilitates an effective reach to the target market, supporting the company's leading global industry position as well as the strength of the McDonald's brand. Products. McDonald's is mainly known for its burgers, although there are many other options customers can pick, like the all-day breakfast, snacks and sides, desserts and milkshakes. Adding more offers to the menu over the years shows that the marketing mix modernizes new products to attract more customers. Place. McDonald's restaurants are the most prominent places where the food is distributed from and where they generate the most sales, but they also have kiosks, Postmates, websites, and mobile apps. Promotion. By promoting its products, McDonald's can attract more customers. The marketing mix uses communication with its customers by advertising, promotions, public and direct selling to bring more people into their restaurants. Prices. McDonald's uses a lot of meal deals and other product bundles at a discount, making the customer believe they are saving money. By using 99p instead of rounding it up, also leads us to believe that it's more affordable. Using these techniques makes customers buy more products thinking they are getting more of a saving. In 2016, McDonald's brought touchscreens and table service. Rather than queuing up to be served, you can now order on the screens and customize your food. By paying by card, this allows you a quick and easy service. McDonald's has brought these in to help boost sales and increase efficiency in restaurants. It has had a positive impact by allowing the customers to order their own food. But it hasn't meant that McDonald's has lost workers, just moved them to different departments. For example, the table service will now need people to serve them their food. Once your food is ordered, it sends it over to the chefs who can start making your food up straight away, with now more staff to deal with the making and distribution of your food. This is a micro-technological trend following the demographics of the 21st century of using smartphones and touchscreen devices in everyday life. McDonald's is the only major fast food restaurant that allows customers to order their food through touchscreen technology, which allows for a quick and queueless experience. They have also incorporated table service and coupons that can all be processed without ever going to the till. This shows innovation amongst McDonald's brand. McDonald's have three charities, the Ronald McDonald House Charities and the McDonald's Global Best of Green Environmental Programme. Alongside this, they also support local football teams. This is referring to sociology and pestle as McDonald's are trying to promote a healthy lifestyle. They have adapted to this by supporting local football teams. With over 1 million players and volunteers, starting 15 years ago, they have given away 250,000 kits to grassroots clubs, trained 30,000 new coaches and provided hundreds of family fun football events every year. This is a macro-social factor as the rise in people being more concerned about obesity and being watchful of their health has increased. The company has taken this knowledge and produced a football sponsorship to show that they are behind tackling obesity. Throughout the year, McDonald's offer a chance to win freebies and advertising them as tools to take your children to the next level of football, whether it's kickabout in the garden or for the football team. They are in partnership with 4 UK football associations who recognise hundreds of volunteers through a community award programme or through the People's Awards, who make it possible for children to play football throughout the country. From those who are invited to attend, one has a chance to win a prize at walking out with the teams or take part in a pre-match guard of honour. The charity reflects the brand by sponsoring the local teams and communities. By doing this, it is boosting the value of the corporate brand. Whenever any event's going on, McDonald's will always be promoted throughout the whole day. This is linked to promotion from the 4 Ps as it uses communication and advertising alongside to attract more customers. Following the formative feedback, I was advised to change one of my original trends as it didn't fully relate to McDonald's. I've used this and changed and improved the trends I now have. I feel I've done well in understanding the concept and breakdown of McDonald's, using sources not only from the internet but the library as well. I feel my strengths of this podcast was gathering the knowledge needed and displaying them within the presentation, and my weakness was the concept of the macro and micro relation to my trend.